Mad God was asking me some stuff about like inter-party conflict in case he does some things that the other party members don't agree with, and they decide they want to murder him. I just want to
Yep.
reiterate my handful of table rules as listed here on this card. It says respect your DM even if you don't agree, respect fellow players even if you don't like them, respect the game even if you don't want to, have fun, this is mandatory, and then rule 5, no attacking party members. Now the caveat to this is if you have both as as adults decided it is the best thing for the story if our characters fight to the death right now as the final arc of their end story, and it's vital they fight. And if my character dies, I'll roll up a new one and we'll keep playing. If that's the case, sure, but that's like the only case where it's okay to kill your other party members. I was trying to tell Mad God, if you try, there will be divine intervention. Suddenly, your claymore will turn sideways and do non-lethal damage. Suddenly, your spell will fizzle and rabbits will come out instead of a lightning bolt.
Yep. If
Thing,
anyone's
things will
from
go
yeah
wrong for you if you try.
from that interpretation, I do hope that you people don't get the assumption that I am pulling a diamond dragon. I am not pulling a diamond dragon. I am not trying to kill my party members. This was just a query as to if I were to start hiring hirelings to patrol the town and theoretically start bullying local peasantry of their gold for, you know, gold wanting purposes, and that would all be the actions of someone evil. The question would arise if you party members would go against me for doing such evil
He
acts,
wants
and
to
how.
raise the taxes, and all of the poor peasants will grovel and cry,
Yes,
and they'll
yes,
starve, and they'll be unhappy, and they'll beg for somebody to save them from the tyrannical dictator that charges them like 40% taxes. And that's going
yes.
to be Mad God, and you
Is
might not
he
like it.
is he the
And the answer would be
lawful
no.
ruler of this area?
He is the baron of a portion of the
So
hamlet.
Zalder will have literally zero interest in. He's lawful neutral.
Yeah.
He's really not going to care what you do, the peasants, as long as it's lawful. And Father Arid is a bit single-minded at this point. He will feel really bad for the peasants, but not so much that he's going to interrupt his goal to cleanse the dungeon. If we can deal with the
All right.
Baron later.
Deal with the Baron later. Yeah, this is all theoretical. Once the Darkest Dungeon is destroyed, will you guys fight me? It just
I think Father Arid is not going to be happy with Zalder's endgame plan.
damn it. What was the other one? I think it was Rave Enfeeblement that I wanted to switch my spell to. Ugh.
So another thing I talked to Mad God offline about this, or outside of the game,
Yes.
the Stagecoach network upgrades. He wants to get more people for his
Army.
yeah, like
Yes.
a baron needs an army, and so he needs to hire some capable adventurers, and every week some adventurers show up on the Stagecoach network. Currently it says you can get 2 NPC heroes every week. And for 3 deeds and 4 crests, you could upgrade that to 3 NPC heroes per week. So that's something you might consider. Mad God was curious about how to get more people, and that's the way.
Why won't it let me pick up the damn thing? I'm waiting for Long to join the table so that I can introduce one very interesting item that I have found on the Steam Workshop.
What?
Indeed, were.
Whoa.
Mystery
Were.
box. I can't wait to find out.
Cue the Mario Kart box sound effect. Bar ring ring, bar ring ring, bar ring ring,
I
bar
prefer the
ring
Legend
ring,
of Zelda
bar.
one.
I feel like you can learn. You can always just learn what's in the chests. There's more of a randomness. Although there's always going to be a case where you're in the first part of Mario Kart and you will just be desperate for that like red shell or green shell or a banana, just to give you some defense against the guy at level 2 who's inevitably going to get the red shell. And no, the fucking box gives you a goddamn motherfucking mushroom
Tragic.
that you don't need. I need at least 3 to go through the area that slows you.
All right, who have we got this week? The 2 random NPCs that arrive are a plague doctor and a scraggly looking peasant bound in chains. The plague doctor is leading the man in chains and comforting him as if he's got some sort of illness.
Should we wait until Long gets here? That's what I'm doing.
Yeah, of course. I mean, I'm streaming and I'm just setting up
Well, I
the
need to get up
town
and
stuff,
sneak
so
into the table.
as I get things done, I'll mention them.
Okay.
So have we figured out what we're doing with like the multiple cards worth of loot that we got?
Money,
Like
money,
we have a whole
money.
bunch of stuff over here.
Money, money, money. It's all about the money.
And then before we actually get back to town, I need to get some stuff for Father Arid so he doesn't, freak out the peasants and call the Inquisition down upon his head.
I mean, he's got a giant wanking off arm. I don't know how you're going to handle it.
Banish Inquisition.
Well, you have to realize there's large-sized people in this world. It's not like we're getting monsters. He's a little
Yeah,
lopsided.
Yeah, but your character
But
is
other
like
than-
the head is normal, the body's normal, the left arm is normal, the legs are normal, and he's got a giant arm.
And the leg on the opposite side is giant as well. He's very lopsided. He's got one giant leg and one giant arm. But they're not like giant, like off a giant. They're off a much larger human. So he's deformed, yes. Necessarily evil.
It's got tumors.
It's not a tumor. Ah, beat it to
And
it, boy.
And he's, quote unquote, a leper. So, I mean, the other lepers around town are like missing chunks of their body, and nobody's 16th position on that.
Oh my god, pick up the card.
Yeah, none of them have like a giant arm and leg, though. That's kind of weird.
It is weird. I'm not saying it's not weird. I'm just saying, is it immediately going to call the Inquisition down upon him if he shows up in town as, in the normal leper type regalia, like the robes, the tabard, the little helmet that covers his face?
I mean, they're probably
they
not
just gonna
going to
say-
attack him on sight, but the guards might not let him even in the church.
Oh,
I know Mad God doesn't pay
he-
for any guards at his gate, so you can get inside his compound, but the bishop himself has some very surly knights that guard every entrance to the church to make sure nobody gets in there and bothers the nobles.
well, so he won't go to church. He'll go to the little peasant's chapel instead.
Oh, that's what I'm talking about. Because Baron Leiron Lifegiver and the bishop are such good friends, the bishop actually has taken up residence in the small chapel adjacent to the Baron's manor.
Well,
Oh, I didn't know that. Or I forgot.
Well, I mean, you can see him on the board. He's right there with all of his congregation and followers and stuff. It was just
was just
easier
about-
to include him on the map since there's a lot of interactions between you two.
I always just assumed that he was just there whenever I wanted to talk to him. I thought he had his own barony. I mean, doesn't this technically mean that he is guarding my area?
His people would defend it. So you do have some basic defense right now from peasant bandits and whatnot.
Cool.
well, so Zolder's going to want to go to the blacksmith. Well, first of all, what level is our blacksmith at?
Let's look. Blacksmith. So blacksmith can do +1 weapons and armor, and his furnace has been upgraded once.
And so what would it take to upgrade him to, let's say, +2 stuff?
All right. A lot.
Okay, never mind then.
32 deeds or 32 deeds and 35 crests for either one of those. So you could do weapons or armor.
No, I think we're saving up for some stuff for some other project. I can't remember what. So
I mean, we
never
have
mind.
that right now, though.
Yeah, but I
The
mean,
the
I don't
problem with that is that I remember just to get +1 armor, it took like a month of downtime, and we're
Oh,
trying to go in the darkest dungeon in 2 weeks. So I
Hang
Right.
don't
on,
know
hang
how
on. It's based
long it's gonna
on
take to.
it's based on price, right? So a suit of full plate armor costs 1,500. So compare that to a lot of the other items that cost considerably less. That'll also mean they take a lot less time to build.
Oh, really? Okay.
does he have any full plate or pieces, enough pieces I could upgrade my current +1 half plate to full plate?
I don't think so.
Like, what's he got plate wise
Well, right,
in stock?
he's only got mundane items in stock, but he's skilled enough that he can make the +1 magic weapons. If you want to invest the money and the time to have him do it, he's got the required stuff for it.
How much time would it take him to make the +1 plate or Medade plate?
If it's full plate armor, like Long said, it's probably going to be about a month.
Um, well, let's see. He's got the +1 half plate right now. So what he's missing is helmet and greaves because it comes with the chest plate, gauntlets, and pauldrons. So really all he needs, because it's got so all he needs is the helmet and greaves then, correct?
If you only need one piece, that would save you time.
So in 2 weeks, could he make the helmet and the greaves to upgrade the half plate to full plate +1?
See, I think half plate is like a different design, though, isn't it? It's not like it's a full plate that's just missing pieces. It's a different kind of armor.
Well, let's
Plus,
see.
even if that were the case, like he would, it's not like you can have +1 helmet and greaves, but your chest plate is not like a +1 or something.
His armor,
Like,
no, he's got +1 half plate.
oh,
So the
okay,
pieces that he has are all +1.
got it.
So
I think
it says
the
half plate consists of shaped metal plates that cover most of the body, does not include leg protection.
yeah. See,
So
like
basically, it's the upper part of plate.
unfortunately, the piecemeal armor system that I added is specifically for full plate armor and does not include
Okay.
half plate like at all. There's no overlap. The half plate, imagine it as like it's like a full plate armor, but there's half as much material, so it's designed for a much more lighter, maneuverable fighter than somebody who's in the full tanky
All
suit
right.
of armor.
All right. So he's got half plate +1. Could he just go and get just the full helmet +1 and add that on?
Well, the half plate includes a helmet, I believe. So you'd lose 1 AC for taking the helmet off, and then you'd gain 2 AC. So technically, you could get 1 extra AC swapping in that helmet.
Okay. All right, let's do that then.
All right. So
And then he needs to get the armor refitted anyways, because he said he was having a -1 armor penalty for it being ill-fitting.
okay, but like I said, the modifiers have to average out. So like the helmet that you swap in, like the full helm instead of a regular helm, is going to need to be +1 also. Otherwise, the modifier won't work.
By the way,
Right.
Long and Psycho need a promotion.
Gotcha.
I have a promotion. I'm in.
No, you don't. You have a character. You
I
have a
do.
seat, but you haven't been promoted.
Oh.
The
Got it.
little gold badge thing.
Oh, I see. So, all right. So how long does it take just to make the helmet, a +1 helmet? Is that a month as well?
Let me check. So full helm is 200 gold.
I need to do a lot of math. Divvy up some gold that we got.
And sell
So,
the loot.
in the DMG magic item crafting rules, you craft 25 GP of the item's cost per day for an 8-hour workday. So that's 8 days.
All right. So let's do that. And then would he have the time? Would there be sufficient remaining time for him to refit the armor?
Hang on. I'm reading this line here. It says the time spent crafting is full cost divided by 5. Hang on. Wouldn't that make it 20 days? I think that would make it 20 days. Or 40? That doesn't
60.
seem
That doesn't
right.
make any sense.
80.
Maybe that's that in hours.
Well, hang on. It says the player handbook mundane crafting is 5 gold pieces of the item's cost for the same amount of time per day. So ignoring that, because you're making a magic item. So the 8 days I said is what we're going with.
Okay. So
Yep.
8 days. All right. And then how much does he want to resize the armor? So I don't have that penalty.
I'm confused. Why do I have this card, the one that has like a Mythal Trident, Bronze Falchion, and then the second page just it looks like someone spammed D and then put Quality Masterwork, and then the third page says Bronze Star and Oak Pincer Staff.
So page 2 probably got deleted somehow.
Yeah, it's locked, so,
So
I
whatever
didn't
loot
fucking
there
touch
was.
it.
What does it say? Where are you?
It's on my table, like the
I
far
see it
right
now,
side.
yeah. So we had a page of loot that got deleted.
Quality. The masterwork.
Didn't we have another page or two of loot over here somewhere? Yeah, over here. There's some more
Where?
pages over here long.
Oh, okay. I thought that got brought over to my side of the table.
It's a half
where's
plate,
it?
right? I think
What's that?
it's a half plate you're resizing?
Yeah,
All right. So
yeah, it's a half plate I'm resizing.
So it's a D4 times 10% of the base price. I rolled a 1, so it's only going to cost you 10% of 750 gold, which is 75 to refit it.
5, so that's an extra 3 days, so 11 days. So we've got the time to do it then.
You guys want to take 2 weeks of
So
downtime?
75. I thought that's what people were saying is 2 weeks, right?
All right.
That's kind of
Hey, there he is.
required by Mad God to upgrade his skills if he wants to do all of it.
So
Yeah, we're
the
doing 2
blacksmith will
weeks.
be
don't have it,
occupied for 11
Alright, guys, sorry.
of
I
those
forgot
14
today
days.
was the day.
Okay.
Wop, wop.
Everybody else said
that
they were
total-
studying for finals. Aren't you studying for finals, Psychofrog? Or not Psychofrog, Caster
I'm
Blaster.
already good.
You're good?
For my finals.
You're good on your finals? All right. All right. Study
So
hard.
that's 325 gold total.
Studying hard or hardly studying, am I right, guys?
It's like this poster I used to have back in my high school days of the sexy girl with the giant boobs, and it says, study hard, and she's holding some books. Get it?
No.
All right.
Oh, yes, I do.
And I got myself like 2 Mews. Now I was gonna clone it to get a Mewtwo. Stay.
His priorities in life.
Yes.
Getting Mewtwo.
Hey, it's a rare.
Hey, that's a psychic.
All right.
And it had its own movie, I'll have you know.
And I traded it for Necrozma, which I'm happy.
Weren't there like also some magic items? Oh, we found some magic items. These are all like mundane items.
Did you do a full detect magic on everything? Were you sure everything was mundane or magical?
Yeah.
All right. That's good because my notes are not meticulous. It becomes
I
a real
cannot
nightmare
wait.
sometimes. It's like, hey, this magic item I got 4 weeks ago, this thing that doesn't have a description, like, what is this? And then I'm like, oh no.
Oh no.
It's a thing that does this thing that I just made up.
All right. So Father Aaron now has an AC of 17.
So that doesn't really eat up your downtime. You only have to tell the blacksmith your order, and he'll get to work on it. So the
Right.
blacksmith is occupied. Nobody else can use the blacksmith for 2 weeks. So we still need to figure out what everybody's downtime is going to be.
Father Arid is gonna train. Now that he's got something, he wanted to increase chop, withstand, and solemnity to level 3 each. Hugh doesn't really do a whole lot if you level it up, so he'll just keep Hugh at level 1.
All right.
Hey, what did Hugh ever do to you?
What, Hugh? Hugh's a
Damn it,
bastard.
Hugh. Nobody likes Hugh.
My cousin's name.
That's my cousin's name. Oh, well done. That tickled me.
So
That
I'm
really
not
did.
sure how many days
Oh wait,
and
actually,
gold
technically,
pieces
he's
that
my
is,
nephew, but he's
Ninja.
Yeah.
almost as old.
We can do the
Wow.
calculation.
No, he's
Let's
my
see.
cousin.
All right. So let me find the skills.
They're all
thing
level
here.
1 right now. So it's just 1 to 2, 2 to 3. So that's what, 6 days. But I'm not sure on the gold part.
Okay. So you need to know how many skills you're doing. 3 of them.
3 of them. So it's 6 days.
3 of
correct?
them going 2 ranks. So it's 175 times 3 and 525 times 3.
Ah, D&D mixes the two of everyone's favorite things, math and
What's
roleplay.
that? I love math.
Sorry, I should have said one of everyone's favorite things.
Math.
Focus crashed.
2095.
2095. Thank
I
you.
think so.
All right.
I'm cheating because I
Oh.
have paper and a pen.
Oh,
All right.
outrageous.
Old tech.
Ninja,
Goodness.
how much does it cost us to get a skill from level 4 to 5?
All right. One skill, level 4 to 5 is 1,750 gold.
Okay.
So Father Arid has what, a week left of downtime.
Did anybody have a lot of stress? Does anybody want to use one of the town's de-stressing activities?
I'm actually not
nah.
bad.
Having a jester in the party helps.
Guess so.
Well, Zolder
Might
had
actually
like
upgrade
massive
uses
amounts
their
of.
darkest dungeon abilities.
Hey, I have a question, Ninja.
What's up?
My new ability, Illumination, I think. No, Dazzling Light. It says that on a hit, the target takes blah blah blah, and it has a DC Wisdom save, or it becomes stunned for 1 turn. My question is it stunned for the entirety of the turn, or does it lose its stunned condition when it takes damage or such?
Typically, if it says for a turn, it's going to be until the creature takes its next turn. So it'll be based on whatever the initiative says. They stay stunned from the point of impact until their next action.
Okay.
Oh yeah, please refresh the trinket.
Well,
Mo!
since we're
I'm picking
taking
you up.
multiple weeks of downtime, I haven't really done any of the weekly refresh stuff yet.
Oh, okay. Fair enough.
So the
Um,
caravan hasn't arrived, the town event hasn't triggered, these people aren't technically here just yet. So technically, until we decide what you guys are all doing for a week or two, none of that stuff triggers.
Do vampires heal from necrotic damage? Yes or no?
No.
No?
No.
Really?
What?
I don't think so.
What heals them
No,
then?
they should.
Blood heals a vampire.
Radiant.
There's no blood spell.
No, there isn't. You have to drink blood. What
Weird
there is there's several
reconstruction
healing
heals a
items. You
vampire.
can have a water skin full of blood and just chug it, and it's equivalent to one of the larger healing potions.
Yeah, but a caster wouldn't be able to heal them, though,
No.
is my point.
No, a vampire needs to heal by biting enemies in combat or drinking from a skin full of blood or a potion full of blood.
Which I have,
Right.
like, all
Uh,
of them.
I think we didn't we also decide the Darkest Dungeon abilities are weird and don't do the thing like they actually.
We decided that the Darkest Dungeon abilities actually heal people,
Right.
since it doesn't specify that it don't work on vampires.
Well, in the video game, you can heal vampires, so the Darkest Dungeon abilities still heal a vampire. However, the cleric ones explicitly say in the spell that it'll like injure.
Well, no, it says that they say that they don't work. It's a house rule that they take damage.
Oh, right.
Let's see here. What is a good first level spell?
I should probably figure out spells for Father Eric, huh?
Yeah, he's bound to have a few now.
If
So,
we
in
upgraded,
terms of, go ahead.
if we upgraded the blacksmith for weapons to level 2, could he upgrade like enchanted items to just give them a +2, or
Yes.
can he only make like the okay?
So what you do with that is you subtract the value of the existing magic item from like the value of the next level magic item to get like the difference, and then you do the calculation, like divide that by 25 to see how many days it takes, and then you have to pay the difference. Or
Okay.
I don't know. For the blacksmith, you might have to pay whatever his cost is. I think that overrides it. So whatever the blacksmith's price is, you have to pay that for the cost of that weapon. But the time would be much less because you already have most of it done by having a +1 weapon that you're upgrading to a +2. So it still ends up costing a lot of money, but not a lot of time. Whereas if you start from scratch, it costs a lot of both.
Got it.
What is a good first level spell?
Alarm!
No! That's Zelda's spell. He can have that.
I cannot see what's in Dante's Google shop listing. It is just the Google page.
Hang on a second. Google picture. Does the back button work? No, the back button does not work. All right. Well, that means we need a link.
Okay, works now. Thanks.
Is it lagging for anybody?
It's
Is what
always
lagging?
lagging whenever I try and pick up something.
I can't get in anymore. It keeps crashing on me, so I think
Alright.
I have to stick.
That's my fault. I
That
just
setting.
realized that I still have my VPN turned on.
Ah,
Do you know how I can?
ninja!
Do you know how I can tell?
How can you tell?
Because when I drop the link into the browser here, it's all in Ukrainian.
Ah, you foolish fool.
All right. Well,
Save the table. My God, please save the table.
yeah, I'm gonna make a save, and then I'll fix that, and we'll pop back in. Give me just a moment. Technical difficulties. My apologies.
long.
I've been dealing with hackers for
Oh,
the past
okay.
couple days, so that's my bad. All right. New save.
Hey, Long,
Yes.
what do you currently have in that alchemist flask that we can get 2 free potions a day out of?
I emptied it. You wanted all that acid that was in it?
I did take the acid, yes, before, but what I was thinking of is just being hella cheesy because we have 2 weeks of downtime, right?
Yeah.
I could spend a
Triple-
week making a greater healing potion. You could spend the second week making 14 greater healing potions.
I don't think you'll need healing potions at all anymore. I can heal you all 9 points of damage a turn.
Yeah, but a healing potion is 44 plus 4, so I mean,